I don't know why, but my heart is beating out of my chest unboxing this. But let me get rid of all the tissue paper. Hello my friends, if you've been with me for a while, you'll know exactly what today's Hermes bag unboxing is about. After waiting for just over 2 years for my wishlist bag to come in, I was offered the bag, but it's in a leather that I genuinely never thought I would add to my collection, or at least not in a full-on bag, but it was an offer way too thoughtful and good to reviews, and I think you'll be just as surprised that I ended up liking and taking this bag as I was. But without further ado, if you'd like to join me in unboxing my wishlist Hermes bag, the one that almost got away, then please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and keep on watching. To be honest with you, I didn't expect to get my hands on this bag anytime before maybe the beginning of next year, and I would have been perfectly happy with that because I already got one of my ultimate wishlist pieces from Hermes, I think at the end of August, which if you have not seen that unboxing of mine, make sure to have it linked up here. So I would have been perfectly content for the year with or without this bag. But then earlier this week I got a message saying that my wishlist bag came in, but to be prepared because it wasn't in the exact leather that I had requested. So as I was just getting ready to text back and politely say no thank you, I learned what hardware it came in, which started slowly convincing me. So I thought to myself that I might as well go into the boutique, give it a look, give it a try, and I can always turn it down if it's not exactly what I would like it to be. So as it was getting unwrapped in front of me, I was like, right, this is not the bag I wanted. I'm not going to bring it home. I don't know what happened, but it was just way too beautiful and special to refuse. So I ended up trying it on and I was like, yeah, this is a really beautiful bag. I might as well bring it home because I can really not think of any other bags that I would consider getting in this skin, which is iconic to Hermes, and they make fewer and fewer of them each year. So this is how we ended up here. I'm really excited to share with you this new piece because I think it is going to be quite a special addition to my collection. So without further ado, let's dig into it. So of course, as any other Hermes bag, it came in the iconic orange box. And if I unwrap the ribbon for you, I'm so excited for you to see what we have here. So let me take off the lid. I don't know why, but my heart is beating out of my chest unboxing this. But let me get rid of all the tissue paper. And then on top we have our care card that just basically tells us how to care for our leather bags at home. And then let me introduce you to my official wishlist bag, the piece that is one of the highlights of my year, which is no other than the infamous Constance 18 in black box leather with gold hardware, which has to be one of the most iconic and timeless combinations when it comes to Hermes pieces. So let me take out this little felt protector just so you can see this bag in its full glory. So if I take this out, this is my new Constance 18, which is so weird to say that I got a bag in box, but I think looking at this bag, you'll understand why I couldn't turn it down. It is just such a beautiful creation, and I really cannot think of any other bag that I would have been able to buy in box because I was never attracted to a box Kelly or a box Birkin. And even this, I was really hesitant, but when I had a chance to see it in person with gold, it was just such a timeless and stunning combination that I felt it would have been a sin to leave it there. So I'm incredibly excited and just as nervous to start using this bag. But let me tell you a little bit more about the Constance in case this is your first time really hearing about it, because I know that obviously it is a well-known design, but the most attention is usually given to the Birkin and the Kelly, and not nearly enough people talk about the Constance in my opinion. So mine is the Constance 18, as I said, in box leather with gold hardware, but you can go for palladium, rose gold, as well as more special limited edition finishes when it comes to the H closure. They make it in solid metal, they make it out of precious metal, so you can find it either in solid gold encrusted with diamonds or even in solid white gold. Sometimes they spice it up with a little bit of enamel finish or an exotic touch. But of course, you always have the iconic H closure on the front. And then the Constance comes in a handful of different sizes. This is 18, which I would say is about a medium size. There is a size smaller, which is 14, that is called the Micro Constance. And when I talk about these numbers 14, 18, and 24, they all refer to the measurements of the bags. So this bag measures 18 centimeters. The smaller bag, the micro, measures 14. Then your next size up would be 24. And then above that, you have 29. And in the past, there were more Constances, but now you have micro, mini, regular, and then the larger Constances. But just to put things in perspective, there is a smaller size than this, and there are a handful of larger sizes. I forgot to mention that there's also a Constance Elan, which is 25 centimeters, which is technically a Constance, but it has completely different proportions than any other bag in this lineup. But I felt that this would be the perfect size for what I was looking for, which is an easy, simple, casual, everyday thrown crossbody bag that fits everything that I need, but nothing more and nothing less. And I'll obviously report back on how I get on with this piece. Now I'm a little bit nervous about going for this bag in box, just because box is known for being extremely prone to scratches and marks and scuffs. So I guess I'll just have to get used to the idea of a couple of scratches and marks forming on my bag. It's not really something that's worth being nervous about and worrying about constantly, because it's just the name of the game when it comes to box. But on the other hand, thankfully, you never have to worry about the structure or the integrity of the bag, because that is all taken care of when it comes to box. And if I feel that all the scratches and marks are too distracting for me, I can always drop it off at the spa, because I know that it's something that can be fixed and taken care of when it comes to heritage skins like this. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I should tell you about this piece. Obviously, we talked about the size. I'm not sure if I've shown you the inside of this bag. So of course, on the front, you have the iconic Constance closure, which actually is the first of its kind. So prior to this bag launching in 1967, this H was never used on anything else by Hermes. It wasn't anything more than just the initial of the brand, and this was the first time that it was actually put as the focal point of one of their designs. And now obviously you have belts, you have wallets, you can even find this sometimes on other accessories from Hermes. But this is the piece that sort of kicked off this trend. But you just pull up the middle bar, and then you have two main compartments in your Constance and two side pockets. So you have one pocket in the back and then one pocket in the front. And one more detail that you'll notice that's different about this Constance from a Constance that you'll pick up from the pre-loved market that's vintage, or a Constance that you'd buy in exotic skin, is that a vintage Constance will also have a back pocket, as well as a Constance that you'd buy in exotic skin. But regular Constances and ones in heritage skins, for some reason, I don't know why, but don't have that back pocket detail. So just keep that in mind. If you want that back pocket, maybe look on the pre-loved market or try to get your hands on a Constance in exotic skin. But basically you have two really generous compartments on the inside and two pockets too. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I have been meaning to tell you about this bag. Probably the shoulder strap. I think it would be important for you to know before you put this bag on your wish list that the shoulder strap isn't technically adjustable, but there are one or two ways of styling it. So you can either double it up like this and use it as an underarm bag, which I think definitely makes it a lot more formal, or you can pull it all the way out like this, where you just get one longer strap, which is how I am going to use this bag. And it is the perfect length for me to put this crossbody. So for your reference, I'm 5'11", and this strap is just long enough for this to work on me as a crossbody bag. If this was just a centimeter shorter, it would be incredibly awkward. And I tried my best to measure this for you, but bear in mind that these are just my clumsy measurements. But based on those, the strap on this bag, including this part where the strap runs along the top of the bag, is 117, 118 centimeters. So I would assume that this strap is meant to be 100 centimeters without this bit here. So just a little bit of information, if you're wondering whether you would be able to put this back crossbody comfortably or you couldn't, this is just around 100 centimeters, and on me it works just perfectly. If you want to see how it looks, make sure to head over to my Instagram, where I will be posting mod shots with this piece shortly. And as I said, I will be back with a full-on deep dive review on what this bag looks like, how you could approach styling this, the pros and the cons, etc. And if you have any questions that you'd like me to touch on when it comes to the deep dive, be sure to let me know in the comment section. And I think that was it for today. That is all I had to share with you about my wonderful new Constance 18. I really hope you enjoyed this unboxing, and thank you so much for coming along on this journey with me. If you found this video helpful and you'd like to see more videos like this from me, be sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here, and I hope to see you back here with a new video really, really soon. But for now, bye.